Hello, welcome back. Today we're talking about our orange chakra, or we're talking about nutrition. So this is a series of lectures where we're going to go around this whole pattern and discuss what will give us the best chance at longevity and healthy aging, which I'm sure we're all aspiring to. So our orange chakra is located here, our lower belly center. And that's really important for relationships, emotions. It's strongly connected to our sex organs, our bladder, kidneys, testes, ovaries. And it's a centre for creativity as well. So if we have a blockage in this area, often not feeling very spontaneous or creative with our thoughts, or maybe struggling with our sensuality. So obviously on this, we're talking about nutrition. And once again, not one of these areas will give you balance in life. We need to have balance in every single area. Now, people often put a lot of emphasis on diet, and that is really, really important. Food definitely is medicine, and there's so much evidence to support that now, but it's not everything. But nutrition is a big part of what we can do to achieve wellness. So, as you can see here, eating to 80% full, the Japanese are really big on that. And that's something that many of us, through our genetics or our upbringing or our current lifestyle, we've forgotten how to turn off the full switch. And that usually takes some mindfulness to get back into that. Drinking clean, pure water. Cannot emphasize how important this is. Most water supplies do have chemical residues, whether it's fluoride, whether it's chlorine and other things in it. So filtering your water and drinking clean water is really, really important. Eating seasonally is also important. We shouldn't be eating the same things year in, year out. It's not normal in Australia for us to have access to all those fruits and vegetables all year. So the best way to do that is, for me, shopping at your local markets or your things on the side of the road, because then it's in season, it's been locally grown and it's fresh and seasonal, and that gives you variety. Studying functional medicine at the moment, they advocate 9 serves a day of fruit and vegetables, and that is a lot. So most Australians, I think the last government report I saw said less than 20% of Australians are eating the government's recommended 5 serves a day. So increasing fruit and vegetables, really, really important. If you're looking for some just general rules of thumb on diet, I would say avoid obviously processed foods, so highly inflammatory foods, anything with vegetable oils, canola oils, trans fats that's been fried, packaged, got a long shelf life, will have lots of dangerous chemicals in it. Eating lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, particularly cruciferous vegetables. So that's our broccoli, our Brussels sprouts, our cabbage. They're all fantastic at clearing bad estrogens from the system and clearing toxins. Coriander's awesome for clearing heavy metals. Interestingly enough, if you make coriander in your soup, it's 86% more effective. So using herbs and fresh greens in everything. If you ask me what is the single dietary strategy that I implement that makes the most difference in people's lives, I have to say it's removing gluten. That's across the board. So you don't have to be a celiac to react to gluten, but I have so many people come in with gut issues, and taking them off gluten as the #1 food group that causes inflammation in the body, fantastic results. Sometimes it's within days. And gluten sensitivity can present in so many different ways, from joint pain to headaches to fatigue to bloating, gut pain, goes on and on. So if you haven't tried that and you're struggling with health issues, try a month without gluten and see how you go. The other food group that often causes problems for people is dairy, and that can be very mucus forming in a lot of people and cause a lot of gut sensitivity. There's a high percentage of the population who have lactose intolerance, and it just goes straight through them, although they usually know that. So removing inflammatory food groups and inflammatory foods in general, drinking clean water, eating seasonally. I'm not a vegetarian. If you eating meat, I do think it's worth paying the extra for organic free-range chicken and wild-caught fish that hasn't been raised in a fish farm environment where they're overcrowded and they're given antibiotics and fed grains and all sorts of things. And the same with our red meats. Luckily it is labelled a lot now in the supermarkets, but grass-fed, that's what cows and sheep are meant to eat, not grains. So grass-fed meat's usually a little bit tougher, but it's definitely worth it nutritionally to avoid that inflammatory animal protein. So that's just a little snapshot on nutrition. So with clean water, seasonal fruits and vegetables, lots of them, healthy, clean meat and fish. Nuts and seeds are also really important. There's a lot of trace nutrients that we get from nuts and seeds, so our selenium and our iodine, our essential fatty acids. So incorporating those in your diet, making bliss balls, taking raw nuts for a snack, putting seeds on your salad. I particularly love that. Pepitas, sunflower seeds on a salad every day. And getting that balance across all the food groups. So if you think about what we're talking about, the rainbow colours, the chakra colours, trying to have foods that cover that spectrum of colour every single day. And finally on food, well, there will be more later on food specifically, but reputed to be the most nutritional food on the planet for humans is blueberries. So they're in season at the moment and cheap, so go for it on the blueberries. Preferably organic, although they're a bit hard to get, so make sure you rinse them well. So thank you everybody, and stay tuned because next time we'll be going through orange, or our solar plexus chakra. Thank you.